Look, check this out. I'm actually headed to the dump. I gotta empty this trailer. Never let sex cost you $25 million. Shannon Sharp has let sex cost him $25 million. Now, let me give you an example. See, he's 57 years old. And see, a lot of these guys, they claim they believe in God, we believe in a higher power, but they never took time to sit down and study God's word. Man, the white man wrote the Bible, white man wrote the Bible. Listen, just read it anyway. All right, okay, if the white man wrote the Bible, just read it anyway. You read everything else. You read instructions on how to put that cheap coffee table together. Oh, man, the white man wrote this, white man wrote this. Read it anyway. It will tell you about the devious woman that you guys just don't seem to understand. Shannon Sharp let this woman cost him $25 million. Sex. We're talking about sex. We're talking about sex. Now imagine he would have got married at 28. Let's just say he got married at 30 years old. At 30 years old, he got married and had all his kids with his one wife. At 57, all of your kids are grown. All of your kids are grown at 57. If I live to see 57, that's 21 years from now. If I live to see 57 years old, 21 years from now, man, I'm going to be living. Everything I own will be paid for. I can do what I want. I don't have to worry about, man, this woman said I did this, man. Now, look, I work with plenty of dummies from my full-time job who 50 years old and get a young 20-year-old woman pregnant. You want to know why that happened? Well, man, my woman at the house ain't giving me none, so I got to tiptoe out here in the street. Listen. If you know, all right, my woman at the house ain't giving me none, I got to tiptoe in the street. You need to go get a vasectomy. I work with a dummy. Hey, Clarence. How you 52 and you get a 30-year-old pregnant? Congratulations, you got to start all the way over. Now, what your wife said, put that pressure on his behind. That's what his wife done. Listen, I see guys let sex ruin their whole life, and they've been doing it for years, and they never learn from the person in front of them. I'm going home to sleep with my woman. I ain't going to sleep with another woman. Because look, when I sleep with the outside woman, she going to want her hair done, her nails done. She want money. She want money from you. And then you wind up messing around getting her pregnant. She going to have me on the hook for 21 years. Man, no. Look, I bring my money home and I bury my bone at home. Look, marry you a woman you're attracted to, fall in love with her, and then you can have as much sex as you want with the woman at the house. Because if the woman at the house get pregnant, oh, well, you get pregnant. The woman at the house get mad, hey, we locked in. It is what it is. Y'all sleep with these women on the outside. They get mad. They got you over a barrel. I'm going to say this. My father stepped out on my mother, right? And that woman had him over a barrel. She had him over a barrel for years. And it cost him. You learn from the people in front of you. You don't put yourself in that same predicament. Shannon Sharp, a whole clown out here. Sex cost him $25 million and he lost his job. Dummy. That he get everything he deserved. Sex does not feel that good when you have to lose everything. I'm gonna use myself for an example. I'm married with 5 kids with my wife. All my kids under one roof. If I run out here and cheat on my woman, she'll forgive me. She would. She'll forgive me. If I mess around and get another woman pregnant, man, bro, and she say, you know what, I'm leaving. Well, we're gonna go down to the court. They're gonna say, all right, Mr. Gibson, you and your wife been married such and such years. Okay, she didn't work, so I see you have your own business. Oh, and you get a welding job in the winter? Who does your books, Mr. Gibson? Well, I do my own books. How much did you make last year? Well, I ain't make much. Order these books. Go through your account, order your books. We're going to use hypothetical numbers here. Hypothetical numbers. Oh, he made 200,000. Yeah, but it ain't profit 200. Give the spouse 130,000, and you're left with the other 70. But man, so she gonna get the 130,000. She gonna get the house, and gotta pay child support. So with this and then guess what? Now I got to go sneak up and try and lay up with the other woman. You know, baby, I always wanted to be with you. She ain't trying to hear it either. Certain type of woman let herself get pregnant by a married man. She gonna take the remainder money you have. So now what you got? Now only thing I have is a truck, trailer, and a couple of zeros. I gotta sleep in my truck and start all the way over. And if I manage to climb out of that position, buy another house, look how much money I'm forking out. I gotta take care of 2 women and 2 households. And I gotta try and provide for myself. I know a guy, he got 6 daughters by 6 different babies. He got 6 daughters by 5 different women. I remember him saying, man, I don't never have money. I don't never have money. He crying and whining, but he wasn't crying and whining when he was laying up in the bed. When we was young growing up, he used to have nice, pretty cars with rims, TVs, speakers, and he let sex cost him everything. You boys, they always let sex cost y'all everything. Sex costs you everything and you lose. Big dummies. Just like that lady in Walmart that was half naked. Ooh, man, y'all see her? Y'all see her? Man, I ain't studying her behind. Y'all let women cost y'all everything. It's funny to me. Boy, look, I used to work at Ingalls Shipbuilding. 90% of men that worked at Ingalls Shipbuilding was cheating on their wife. Man, look, you guys are big dummies. What this woman got your woman at the house got. Well, man, my woman ain't giving nothing up. You need to sit your woman down. Say, listen here, you stupid, idiotic woman. If you don't start baking cobbler at the house, I'm going to get it from somewhere else. And when this other woman get pregnant, shut your mouth and don't say nothing. Either you going to get right at the house, or these other women out here going to get me right. And if she still don't care, divorce her behind. Because the only thing you're going to do at that point is you get another woman pregnant. I told you, I grew up with a guy like that. His woman wasn't giving him no cobbler at the house. And he said, look, she said, get it from somewhere else. She wasn't trying to hear nothing you say. And get what he did? He got it from somewhere else. And boy, look here. Boy, when the curtain fell and everything fell apart, and she found out, boy, she got a 6-inch rope around his neck right now. That boy working 7 days a week. He can't leave the house without a GPS in his pocket. He's miserable when he should have just divorced. He should have divorced her. He should have divorced her behind 10 years ago, and he could have been sleeping with all the women he wanted. But he wanted to sleep with other women and stay married. Now, guess what? He ain't getting nothing outside the home, and he still ain't getting nothing at the house. Look, he gonna die with nothing. He gonna die with nothing. He let sex cost him everything. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Look, I like cobbler just like the next man. But I'm going to be honest, I like making money too. I like to live well. Man, I struggled before. I be doggone, I'm a struggle because I like cobbler and 2 women got me over a barrel. And I got to go live in a hut just to survive. Man, no, I ain't living like I ain't Shannon Sharp. Give me 25 million. I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to show you what to do with 25 million. I ain't going to be chasing women either. Man, flip that. I'm up now. I mean steaks for breakfast, steaks for lunch, and steaks for dinner. I'm going to probably die early from eating so good. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for none of these boys that got multiple baby mamas. They got multiple baby mamas. They got child. I remember this guy told me years ago. He said, if you can afford to pay child support, you can afford to drive any kind of vehicle you want. And most of these guys' child support range from $500 to $1,000 a month. Hey, new Power Stroke, $1,200 a month. A new Power Stroke is about $1,200 a month. Man, please, you guys are big dummies. And you see all the dummies do it every single time. And then you see the dumb girls get pregnant at 18 years old to a bum. He get pregnant to a bum. I went to school with a bunch of them. Get pregnant to a bum. Straight loser. Aha. You got to start over. Oh, my gosh. Y'all let sex cost y'all everything. Man, I want some money. Flip all that. I go home and get sex. Sex, I go home and get that. Look, imagine me right now going to work. Yeah, I told my old lady I'm going to work. I'm going over here to lay up with old Betty. Man, flip that. I want the money, man. Think about no doggone woman like that. I'm thinking about my woman. That's it. Other than that, man, flip these women. Some of these women get better anyway, and y'all don't be getting nothing no more. You guys are miserable. Man, everybody about to live like that $25 million for sex. Man, you don't get your behind on. Shannon Sharp ain't nothing but a big dummy. Dummy, and all the other dummies, all the other football players, they dummies too. Basketball players, they dummies too. All y'all some big dummies. You got all that money, don't know what to do with it. Man, y'all dummy. Yeah. All right, let me start my day. I'm just a poor guy.